Hey, what is up guys, GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Wuthering Waves video. So if you guys are not aware, right now you can basically download the PC client or whatever platform that you want to play, you can pre-download it. Alright, so the PC client is available on the official website, Wuthering Waves official website. You can see the windows here and you can also use the Epic Game Store to download via there. Now let's talk about Wuthering Waves. I've already pre-downloaded mine. As you can see, I'm going to select C server since a lot of you guys have been asking. That's going to be the one that I'm going to choose. Now the truth is, before you make an account, right, you need an email or like you need to link it somewhere. Alright, so it's going to be linked. One of the social media that you use is going to be Line, x.com, or even I think there's a Facebook as well, and you can use email, right? So you have to bind it somewhat. So today we're going to talk about rerolling, alright, because I know the game is going to be out in about 24 hours from now. Rerolling, is it going to be worth it, and what's the best character to reroll for, and also the best method to do so. Now since there's no guest account, the only way that you can reroll is you need multiple emails. That's going to be the best way. As far as I know, salted method doesn't work. So therefore, we're going to talk about the best strategy to reroll here and hopefully give you guys a better idea on what to prepare for before the official launch date. So let's jump into it. Now like I mentioned, you need multiple emails. Hopefully you guys prepare that in advance because there's no way to do guest account. Now let's talk about the rewards right here. So hopefully give you guys a better idea, right? Because a lot of people are still very confused about the rewards in general. Now here's the truth, right? Wuthering Waves is going to be, you know, like an open world game, and of course combat is going to be very important. Each character is going to have their distinct own style and stuff. It's going to depend on which character you like, which playstyle you like. That is going to be something to consider. But if you care about meta, then hopefully I'll be able to provide that for you guys. Now let's first talk about the rewards, right? Right here you can see we're going to get 108 pulls for free. That's a lot of pulls. And we have this thing called the beginner's banner. Now, plenty of you guys probably have heard of that thing by now through the live stream, right? You guys might be wondering, GuitarRock, what's the point of rerolling? Because you get a selector later on. Now for those of you who are not aware, you do have this thing called the novice banner or the beginner's banner, right? So beginner's banner is going to be very unique. The 10 pulls are going to be discounted with 20% off. That means every 10 convince or pulls will only consume 8 lustrous tides, which is the standard orb ticket thing, right? So you are guaranteed to get a 5-star within 50 convince, but because it's 20% off, that means it's going to be 40 convince. So you only need 40 lustrous tides. So within 40 of the standard ticket pool, you'll get a random 5-star character between one of these characters: Jensin, Calcaro, Verena, Ling Yang, and Encore. Now after that, once you have completed these 40 lustrous tides pools, then you will have another selector comes up. Now this one will be available within 80 pulls. So once you consume 40 pulls, and then you get 80 pulls later on to unlock a selector of your choice. Alright, you get to pick whoever that you want. So the first one is random, the first 5-star is random, the next one is going to be a selector. So that means you're guaranteed at least 2 5-stars from the standard banner, right? Now you might be thinking, okay, I'm already guaranteed 2, so there's no need for me to reroll. Now the truth is, what if I told you you can get 3 standard character? Alright, so that's going to be something to consider. You can always get more. Now if you don't reroll, you're going to guarantee to get 2, but if you're willing to reroll and get guaranteed 1 at the beginning, that means you will obtain 3 5-star, and that is going to basically secure your choice overall. And also there's multiple different options for you to reroll. Now right now you can see, if you guys are not aware, we're going to get 20 lustrous tides. This is going to be again used for the standard banner on the first day because of the pre-registration rewards, right? Everybody is going to get this on the first day. Now they are going to give you 10 more pulls on the next day. The game is releasing on May 23rd. May 24th you get the lustrous tide times 10, and then on May 25th you get another 10 of these. This is going to be the radiant tide. I think this is a typo here. You can see here it's called radiant tide. This is going to be the 10 radiant tide. Now radiant tide is going to be what is going to be used to pull in the event character, in this case GN, because he's going to be the first event character. Now you can sort of reroll for GN, but you can't do it on day 1 because you only get this on May 25th. That's going to be somewhat of a handicap actually. So if you want to like reroll on 3rd day, I guess you could try to reroll for GN. It's going to be a 0.8% chance, but it's doable. Alright, definitely it is going to be doable. So let's have a look at this particular banner then. Like I said, you can get 3 characters if you reroll on day 1. Now notice right here, this is based upon closed beta test 2. I want you guys to keep that in mind, take everything with a grain of salt. As you can see, we got the GN banner, we got the weapon. These are going to be the GN's exclusive weapon. Alright, we have these 2 banners, and then we have the beginner's banner, which is a 20% off, and then you have a standard banner character. Alright, so instead of getting 2 5-star, you can actually reroll in the standard banner right here to try to get 1 more 5-star before you proceed in pulling here. So remember, it's definitely very doable. It's actually very doable because you do get 20 pulls for 0.8% chance. So it's going to be, I would say it's a decent shot. Alright, whether or not it's going to be good, it's up to you. I leave it up to you whether you guys want to do that or not. But for me, I feel like this can be somewhat something that you can try to consider because you're going to get 1 extra 5-star characters. Yes, I am aware that they are standard characters, number 1. Number 2 is also, you know, they usually get power creep later on. But it's just for you to have a head start, to have like a, you know, I wouldn't say an advantage because there's no PvP, right? But it's just to have an extra character to play with. So that's going to be the strategy actually. So on day 1, play through the tutorial, claim this from the mailbox. Once you can claim this from the mailbox, and then roll in this particular banner right here. This is going to be the standard banner. Don't roll in the beginner's banner. Roll in the standard banner. Guarantee 1 5-star within the 20 pulls. Now if you don't, then you make a new email and then, you know, change to a different account. And if you do, stick with that, and then you'll get another 2 more 5-stars later on. So I would say that's a pretty good strategy if you think about it, right? You can get 3 standard 5-star characters as opposed to 2, which most players are going to stick with, right? And then if you really want, like I mentioned, you can wait at day 3 to be able to claim this particular one, the Radiant Tide, 10 pulls to try to reroll for GN. Now, how strong is GN? He's going to be probably one of the better DPS for the first time of you playing the game, right? At the beginning, obviously, you know, just like every other game, I feel like he will fall off later on. But that's not something that we will know for sure, alright? We're gonna decide later on. For me, I'm more of a Yinlin kind of person, right? I really want her, so she's going to be the one that is going to be my target. But you can't reroll for Yinlin. She will be available later on, 3 weeks from now, which is somewhere in June 13th, around there. So let's talk about the best character to reroll then, ideally. Alright, so something to keep in mind. Now, remember the 5 characters that we have is going to be Verena, Encore, Calcaro, Ling Yang, Jensen. So, the best character to reroll for, believe it or not, is going to be Verena. She's a very good support, the best support in the game on day 1. Now obviously, later on there will be more characters that can replace her, but she's probably one of the best one available on day 1. Alright, so she has a lot of universal buffs. She gives healing, best healer in the game. She has an ability to prevent death on your team. Alright, so which is very cool mechanic. Apparently she doesn't require much field time as well. Field time meaning that your character doesn't need to be out the whole bunch. So with that means your DPS can be out most of the time and you can do more damage. I think that's always a good thing, right? So Verena is going to be the best support day 1. Alright, so the only other competition that she has is going to be Baizi. Baizi is free, 4-star, but Verena is probably going to be the best value. Alright, so easy to use as well. She also has one of the best outthrow in the game. I actually didn't know this. Granting every unit 15% damage deepen. Alright, that's pretty cool. 15 damage, you know, 15% damage is quite insane. So highest reroll value is going to be Verena. Now, who is the worst character? Sadly, Ling Yang is going to be the worst character. Apparently, he is not that sought after and he's quite hard to use. So unless you like his character, then don't really recommend to reroll for Ling Yang. Now, as for the other 3 characters, right, they are somewhat equal, right? Calcaro is going to be a main DPS, Electro main DPS. Now, if you want to pair him with Yinlin later on, perhaps you can make like a Electro team, definitely. Now the only downside to Calcaro is it seems like he is very reliant on long combos. It seems like that's going to be one thing to consider. Now, you know, depending on how you play, if you play on mobile, there's a chance that it's going to be harder to play Calcaro compared to other characters. Now alongside with that, Encore is also one of the better characters. Sadly, Encore don't really have a team apparently on day one. Alright, she is going to be one of the more unique characters. If you love her design, then good for you, right? She is going to be one of the better, interesting character, I would say. Very cute personality. Now majority of her damage is going to come from her ultimate, so that's going to be something that you want to keep in mind. She is going to be one of the highest single target DPS in the game for the time being, right? Day 1 release. So there's that. She basically competes with a few other main DPS like GN and stuff. So think carefully. If you get Encore, you might be pretty set on your main DPS role, right? Next up, Jensen. Now Jensen is a hybrid. She does a bit of everything. Like I mentioned before, she is a buffer. Alright, she can do a little bit of buffs. She provides shield. She also can do healing. And she has a little bit of a sucking skill that can basically pull an enemy towards an area, which can be good, right? If you think about it, those kind of skills are usually very interesting because you can like perform combos afterwards. Now her downside is she has very high ultimate cost, which is something to keep in mind. And her damage might not be that good if you're looking for a main DPS, which is why she's more of a hybrid character. So yeah, those are pretty much the best options for you to reroll. If you want to really not think about it too much, go for Verena. She's going to be very good. I would say the others are all pretty good as well, except for Ling Yang. He is the only character that you should be avoiding. Again, it's not going to be easy, but let me know what you guys think. Are you guys ready to reroll for hours and hours? Make sure you guys prepare a bunch of email. There's a chance that you're going to use multiple of them. Alright, so with that being said, that's going to be it for this particular video, guys. I'm going to go get ready. It's going to be a long day. I'm going to be live streaming the whole day. If you guys want to tune in for the reroll, feel free to hop on to Twitch/GuitarRock69. I'll see you guys there. Subscribe, give this video a like, have a nice day. Goodbye.